Welcome to JVR Industries. Today's a big day. We're going to go over three of our products, the JVR Vac110, 310 single bar, and the 310 double bar. We're going to go over the differences and the similarities in these three products. Before we get into that though, I want to quickly cover the seal stamp kit, which is compatible with all three of these units. You can slap these numbers or letters right into the reverse side of your cushion strip, into the cavities that reside in there, and you can stamp every single pouch with expiration dates, naming conventions, whatever it may be that you want to stamp your product with. That way you're not having to handwrite everything or get printed pouches. So it's a big money saver, and this is very inexpensive stamp kit. So check it out. I'll leave a link below. So let's get into the differences and similarities in these three products. Stay tuned. Okay, so one of the major differences between these three units is the vacuum pump and the specs on those vacuum pumps, including vacuum pump flow rate, horsepower, and of course the most important is the vacuum cycle time. That's what's going to be the most important to the end user, whether it be residentially, like a home user, or commercially. So when you're considering the powerhouse chamber vacuum sealer, the JVR Vac110, the vacuum pump flow rate is 8 cubic meters per hour, whereas the 310s, both of these have a 20 cubic meter per hour, so that's 2.5 times larger when it comes to vacuum pump flow rate. Now, horsepower is another specification we could look at. This unit has a 1/3 horsepower, where these units have 1.25 horsepower, so extremely powerful units. Now, what does this actually mean to the end user, whether it be home user or commercial use? Well, it essentially equates to vacuum cycle time. How quick are you pulling 99% of the air out of these chambers? Well, on this unit, it's taking just under 30 seconds, whereas these two units, it's taking under 20 seconds. So if you're needing high output, these 310s are gonna slam through it. Another big difference is in transportability on these three units. Now, the Vac110, we do sell a stainless steel cart that you can put this unit on top of and kind of roll it around. And on the two Vac310s, we do not sell a stainless steel cart. Now, the weight is quite a big factor. So this unit is weighing in at 77 pounds, whereas these two units weigh in at 145 pounds. So in both instances, you're probably going to need a second person to carry them. I do get some younger guys that carry these around. If you're willing to take that risk yourself, that's an option. But we do sell a stainless steel cart, like I said, that you could throw this on. I will throw the link in the description below to check out that stainless steel cart if you're considering the JVR Vac110. So now we're going to quickly go over outside dimensions on your JVR Vac110 and 310s. The outside dimensions on the 110 is going to be 14.7 by 19.8 by 16 inches. And with the lid open, it's 25.5 inches. Now on the two Vac310s, they're the same outside dimensions. It's going to be 19.7 by 21.5 inches by 20 inches. And with the lid height, when it's fully open, it's going to be 30.3 inches. Now let's go over chamber dimensions. Now let's quickly review the chamber dimensions on all three units. The JVR Vac110 is going to be 11.3 inches by 15.2 inches by 5.2 inches in height. And on the JVR Vac310, you're looking at a chamber size of 16.3 by 16.5 by 7 inches in height. Now, do bear in mind that The chamber height at the end of those dimensions is from the center of the chamber to the center of that dome. It does taper off, but the taper tends to happen towards the outside of that lid. And this is industry standard when it comes to chamber vacuum sealers. Now our JVR Vac110 is slightly different from this, which we do not have hosted in this video. So check that out if your preference is to have a lid that isn't domed. Next up is the heat strip width difference between these three units. The JVR Vac310, both bars have the same heat strip width as the single bar. The heat strip width is 10 millimeters on these two units, and on the JVR Vac110 it's 8 millimeters. Okay, so we're gonna go over retort capability. Which unit is retort capable and which is not. Retort capability essentially just means you can seal up to 7mm Mylar bags or retort pouches. The JVR Vac310 single bar is retort capable with the standard stock seal bar assembly. The JVR Vac110 is also retort capable with the retort bar assembly that we sell. So I'll put the link below for that. That bar assembly is specifically designed to seal off those bags and pouches with its unique concaved V-type heat strip or seal wire that resides in the heart of the retort bar assembly. This heat strip is able to produce the heat in a more concentrated manner so that you can seal off those bags and pouches in a more efficient manner and not deplete off the bar's heat strip or seal bar tape as quickly as you would on a standard stock seal bar assembly. So to answer your question, if you're wondering, can this unit seal 7mm Mylar bags or retort pouches with the standard seal bar assembly? Well, technically yes you can, but JVR does not advise that you use that bar, as it will deplete the heat strip and seal bar tape at a much more rapid pace in the lifespan of the bar in general. So, and lastly, on the JVR Vac310 2 bar, you are not able to seal 7mm Mylar or retort pouches, so it's not retort capable. Now you might be asking, why is the Vac310 single bar able to seal off these types of bags and pouches, but the 2 bar is not? It's very simple. They have the same amount of power output, but one's going to 1 bar, whereas one is splitting up the power between 2 bars, so it's not able to seal off those bags and pouches. So on to the next subject. So one last major difference between these three units is self-serviceability. Now the big difference is the JVR Vac110 actually has a hinging body mechanism that helps the unit to lean forward so you can easily access all the componentry. This unit's going to be a little bit easier to access everything inside the unit, but they all are relatively easy to work on because the componentry in these are not too significant. So you are able to self-service these units, but they just don't have that machine body hinge, if you prefer that. Now we're going to go over the similarities on all three of these units. The first similarity would be the stainless steel body on all three of these units, as well as the reinforced stainless steel chamber on all three of these units. And as you can see, all three units have a transparent acrylic lid installed on them. They all have this very simple disconnect switch on the side of the unit if you want to power it on and off. And another obvious similarity would be the control panel and its functionality. They all have simple stop, settings, increase and decrease functionality. Now, something that might not be as obvious that's similar about all three of these units would be accessory capability. None of these units are accessory capable. And lastly, the power that these consume is the same. They're all 110 volt units and they all require single phase power. Well, that kind of wraps things up as far as the differences and similarities in these three chamber vacuum sealers. Well, guys, Leave your comments and questions below regarding anything in this video. We would love to hear from you. If you already own one of these 3 chamber vacuum sealers, please leave your experience below, any feedback you might have regarding your unit. Once again, feel free to subscribe or hit the notification bell so you can be updated on any future content that JVR Industries puts out regarding the vac series, vac supplies, and so forth. Like I said, all of the links will be below on any product that was mentioned in this video. And once again, guys, thank you so much for checking us out on YouTube. You guys have a great one.